The Washington Commanders just advanced to the NFC Championship. Yes, you heard me right. The Washington Commanders, who were the sixth seed, and yes, the number two pick in last year's NFL draft, is officially one more game away from going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't even believe I'm living in the world where the Washington Commanders are going to the NFC Championship. But are we surprised? Like the way that they've been playing this season, I don't know if I'm surprised. But before we get into the video, please like, please subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. It'd be greatly appreciated if you guys can drop and like and subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. So yeah, the Washington Commanders, they just defeated the Detroit Lions. Um 45-31. They put up 45 points on the Detroit Lions, who were the number one seed, who were basically putting belt to ass to every NFL team this season. And yeah, they got humbled. They got humbled on national television in the divisional game in their own crib. And first of all, I'll get to the Lions part of it soon, but I want to talk about the Commanders because they deserve a lot of flowers, right? Now, the Commanders, real quick, guys. I wanted the Lions to win this game, even though I'm a Bears fan, just because of the fact that we lost to the Commanders in a Hail Mary. But I'm not trying to make this about the Bears. I want to make this about the Washington Commanders because they deserve this win, right? Jaden Daniels, like Jaden Daniels, was phenomenal this game. I mean, he was sensational, right? He had like 300 yards this game, two touchdowns. Let me get to the stats real quick. Sorry guys. Um, yeah, he played pretty good. And I'll say this: the Commanders do have a quarterback like in their future. Like they got a quarterback. Like very 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 good game. He had actually 299 yards. I mean, he was literally one passing yard away from hitting 300 yards. Um, He outplayed Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff had 23 for 40, 313 yards, one touchdown, three interceptions. I mean, Jaden Daniels had a clean game, converted a lot of fourth down calls. And it just like this game really proved like the Commanders, like they played the Lions game, which like what I mean by that is like they went in knowing every play is a fourth down call. It's a fourth down. They're playing fourth down football, and I don't think the Commanders even punted once this game. I mean, they scored 28 points in the second quarter. I mean, they were very very dominant this game, and yeah, the Washington Commanders are going to the NFC Championship for the first time since 1992. Like they're a very very good team this season, right? And they kind of remind me of the Houston Texans last year, but the Houston Texans literally got boat raced by the by the Ravens in the second round. So Jaden Daniels he's really making a case for being one of the greatest rookie quarterbacks we have seen ever in NFL history. And it's crazy. Like, obviously in this draft class, the Caleb Williams was the number one draft pick. Jaden Daniels number two. Jaden's making the case that he's the number one guy in the draft class. Obviously, I think he is the best player right now because he's playing the best. I think Bo Nix is number two right now, and Caleb's number three. But I mean, very soon, I feel like if Jaden Daniels somehow wins the Super Bowl this season, I mean, like he's got to be like. I feel like if he wins, I think right now he's a top five best rookie quarterback ever. He's top five. But if he wins the NFC Championship game, whoever he plays, the Eagles or the Rams, that's just gonna be crazy. Like I actually like genuinely think that like I don't know. It's crazy, man. I'm in a loss for words because I thought that the Lions were just gonna boat race the Commanders, but I was definitely wrong. And here's the thing, like I'll be honest, Terry McLaurin's a good receiver, but who else is he have? Like Zach Ertz is decent, but De'Ami Brown, like, do we even know who he was? I mean, Jaden Daniels really elevated him. Like he really did. He elevated De'Ami Brown. I mean, he had 6 receptions for 98 yards. I'm very, very proud of um the Washington Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels is a top five quarterback in the league right now. And yeah, this comes from a Bears fan too. I think he's a fantastic quarterback, and the Commanders got one. So kudos to him. I mean, hopefully, they go to the NFC Championship and he goes and chases for the Super Bowl. That's what the Commanders right now. The Commanders are right now playing with house money. You're playing with a rookie quarterback. You have still an offseason right now, too. Next offseason, they're probably going to invest in more and help him get more receivers, probably more offensive line help, maybe some like maybe to get someone in the edge rusher. Like I think the Commanders, like this really shows like how change of ownership is really key and monumental for this franchise. They had a really bad owner, and then he finally relinquished and sold his team to a bunch of I don't know, to new ownership for the Commanders. And look at their team. 1 year removed from that, they're fighting in the NFC Championship. So, congratulations to the Washington Commanders. Now let's go to the Detroit Lions side of this, right? Because again, this is a two-part video. We're talking about both teams here. It's an instant reaction. I mean, injuries really proved this game. Like the Lions, like they were really playing with a lot of injuries, and yeah, this injury banged up team is just not gonna work against a really, really good team in the Commanders, right? Um, I think when it all comes down to this, like the Lions really bit themselves. Like they really did. Like their quarterback had 4 turnovers. I mean, 3 interceptions and a fumble. One of the interceptions was a pick six. I mean, you had so much opportunities to score, and when you're turning over the ball, it's hard to win a football game when you turn over the ball 4 times. I know the Lions did it once when Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions, but this game really proves that like Jared Goff, although I feel like he's still like a top 10 quarterback in the league or like top 12, like he does have a lot of limitations. And it's not like I'm saying get rid of Jared Goff. I think he's the quarterback of he is the quarterback for the Lions. He just signed an extension. It just like Jared Goff needs to be in a situation where it's perfect. Like everything has to go right for Jared Goff to win you playoff games, right? And I feel like right now, the Detroit Lions are missing a guy like Matthew Stafford, who is very, very special. He's a guy who can play with less and still win games. I know he wasn't the best playoff performer with the Lions team, but he didn't have the weapons like Jared Goff has. So I feel like they're missing a guy like Stafford or a very special quarterback that really can put them over the hump. And I just think that I still believe in the Lions. Like obviously they're our division rival. Like I'm happy they lost, but looking at the Lions' standpoint, like they do have a lot of things that they are positives. Like you went 15-2 this season. Obviously, you want to win a playoff game, and obviously you want to go to the NFC Championship game, the game that you were there last year, and you were a half away from winning. But there's still a lot of limitations to his team. Jared Goff needs to play better in these big moments. He just did not play this good against the Commanders. I mean, really, this was a layup for the like. You're playing a rookie quarterback in your own place. It's crazy how the Lions were just very unprepared. Aaron Glenn's coaching stock, head coaching stock just went down. I mean, it really did. I genuinely think Aaron Glenn is going to be back next season. He will be back. I think Ben Johnson will go. He's still played really well. I think Aaron Glenn will be back with the Detroit Lions. He will be back, and I don't know. Maybe he gets a head coaching job somewhere. But if I'm the teams that are looking to hire Aaron Glenn, I would not hire Aaron Glenn at all. I mean, like you just on a big must-win game, you let the. I'm not saying he plays defense, but you're still the defensive coordinator. You allow 45 points to a rookie quarterback on the road in a divisional game at your home, at your crib. It's just crazy. Obviously, the Lions did not have Aiden Hutchinson the whole year. They do have a banged up secondary, so not blaming everything on Aaron Glenn and the defense, but like you can't let up 45 points, man. You can't. You really can't. So, and also your quarterback cannot be turning over the ball 31 times. So I feel for you Lions fans. I really do, because they really remind me of the Chicago Bears. Like long-term failures, and then you finally get one good season. Like for us, it was 2018. This for them, I mean, 2 straight seasons. They had really good seasons. Coming to an end, obviously not going to the big game, the Super Bowl. The Lions search to go into the Super Bowl for the first time in their whole existence of the franchise. Is still something they need to achieve. I still believe in the team next season. I really do. They do need to get an offensive coordinator next season because Ben Johnson will be a head coach somewhere. Hopefully, the Chicago Bears, please, please, please. But really, it's just a disappointing season for the Lions. But if you're a Commanders fan, this is a great day to be alive for y'all, bro. So, y'all let me know in the comments what you guys believe in this video. I mean, for this game, because I feel like the Commanders played a really, really good game. Really wish this game was better, but I mean, it was a big upset, man. Y'all let me know in the comments. It's been your boy Slashing. I'm out. Deuces.